Hello there, Sagittarius. A wonderful good morning to you. Very happy to have you here. I'm going to do your spring reading today, an oracle reading where I'm using two different decks. And we're going to figure out today, together, what is blocking your energies and is keeping you from living a fulfilled and content life. And what could be done to unblock these energies that are so precious. Sagittarius. This here is the Dark Mirror Oracle deck. Very dark and gloomy cards. I love them. They're full of wisdom. We're going to use this for the blockages. And this deck is called The Wisdom of Hafiz. And it's much more positive, full of happy, positive energy and full of wisdom as well. So I think they're both working really well together. Let us start, Sagittarius, with these here, and let's find out together what is standing in your way. What is blocking Sagittarius right now? What is blocking Sagittarius? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so first of all, Sagittarius, our first card is a card that is called Forgetting Oneself. Some of you Sagittarius have forgotten about your true self, who you really are, in a situation or as a result to an event or an experience where you were made to feel like the loser. But you really were the victor in the situation. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit. I think you see what's going on. We have this Roman emperor kind of person here standing. He even has a gold wreath on his hair, a bit of a gold mask. I think this is quite interesting. And you see the golden laurel leaves everywhere. So this is really interesting because Sagittarius are often, when we are having a difficult time, it is because of people who do not like the idea of us being stronger and being victorious. Well, tough, you know, the facts speak for themselves, but it's very important that we ourselves, you know, we keep an eye on this. What really are our strengths? Are we stronger in the situation than we may think? And not to see this, what we're bringing to the table, what we've been through, how proud we be of that, you know, that really can block our energies big time. So seeing oneself realistically, not just in a critical way, you know, with regard to the inner critic, the inner voice that wants to tell us all the time what we're doing wrong, but the opposite as well. And it seems to me that lots of you Sagittarius are way too hard on yourselves. You know, just pause for a moment and really have a look at what you achieved, what you've done. You know, this is a card of that invites you to self-reflect on your positive aspects. Yeah. The second card is the card that is called Fated to Suffer. And we're having this Snow White scene here where she is, oh, I wish so much that would focus. There's not much that I can do about this, Sagittarius, I'm so sorry. Anyway, we have here Snow White and the evil witch that is passing her the poisoned apple. And it seems to me here, Sagittarius, that in a situation where someone should have sided with us or should have had our back, you know, they did nothing of the kind. They wanted to put us down in order to feel stronger. They wanted to blind us to our own victory, with regard to our own victory and our own strength. Well, life doesn't work like that, you know. If the facts speak against us, you know, that's nothing that anyone else says or does can truly rob us of our of our greatness that is really there. But again, we need to see this. We need to see this realistically. Yeah. And this one here, this card is called The Bride in a Cage. This is a card that is about a lost hope, a destroyed hope, about feeling in a cage, feeling imprisoned. You see these laser beams here. Whereas at the back behind her, there's light, so there must be a window or a door open. So sometimes we just need to turn around and escape a situation that is unhappy for us, making us unhappy. But you see, the difficulty here is that many of you seem to not even be aware that you have the strength to do that. This is an emperor that acts as if the battle is still before him. The truth is the battle is already done. And look how vibrant, how alive, how strong and powerful he looks. Tanned and strong, and just this is a true victor right there. And this bride that should have her happiest day, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine, by the way, it's about energies. This bride is actually having a skull for a face. Let me show this to you. Can you see that? There is not much hope in this person, which is actually a mannequin just wearing the dress. So you just, this is not a bride filled with love. This is a bride terrified to set a foot wrong, and all hell breaks loose. But what about this? If these are the same two aspects of the same person, this is neither of it is good. This is slightly better, but if you've fought for something, and you are strong, and you're being put down by someone, so that you cannot even see how absolutely fantastic and glorious you are, or maybe this same thing. There's something about someone just keeping criticizing and picking on someone. It's quite awful. Look how gorgeous she could look in this dress, but the words she has been hearing made her feel as if she's more dead than alive. This is about confidence. This is about oh my god, this is so sad. This is about someone having serious issues with regard to our strength, or more like your strength, Sagittarius, because I'm not Sagittarius, I'm Libra, but you know what I mean. It's when we are that glamorous and, dare I say, sexy. This is also a really nice wedding dress. There's something about physicality there as well, something about envy, something about someone just does not want us to be lucky and fortunate, to have our most beautiful day, our wedding day, to carry away the victory and be victorious. It's somebody wants us to look down on ourselves. Someone wants us to feel more dead or alive, more dead than alive. This clearly can't continue. So in this particular reading, I feel, Sagittarius, that for many of you, sometimes we can block ourselves. We can stand in our own way, but I think this is an energy that comes from the outside. It could be years old, the echoes of words that you never could forget. Or it could be an ongoing situation, a current situation, and what is happening is that you're being poisoned by something that should be nourishing and nurturing, something that should be love. And it feels as if it's going to kill you. I have absolutely no idea, Sagittarius, I'm so sorry, why this is not focusing. There's nothing I can do about this. Let me see when I get a bit closer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know what's going on. You get the idea. And that's really the most important thing, because if you look at this, here is the bride that was so full of hope in her white innocent dress, more dead than alive. And there's Snow White with her innocence and her caution. You see how she's stretching out her her arm. She's not quite sure if she should do this, but she's going to do it anyway. And so there is a death situation here. It's looming already above her. But luckily, the poison is going to leave her body, and she is coming out of the situation alive. And this bride can take off the death mask, if you wish, because I have the feeling the real living face might still be underneath there, and can take off the mask and turn around and walk towards the light. Yeah. See how interesting this is, how radiant and innocent and pure she is, and how much the evil witch, is in the shadow. That's the darkness right there. And you're not fated to suffer, though. There's a feeling of stoicism that life is always going to be that awful and dangerous, and it does not need to be like this, Sagittarius. Right? You can turn around and move towards the light. Just you honestly, I hate this so much. This is very clearly a situation about some kind of emotional or verbal abuse, or maybe both. I don't see it so much as physical abuse, but please, Sagittarius, those of you that are affected by this, please do not make the mistake to think only because it's just words that hurt you, that this is not abuse. It may not be intentional abuse either, but the person you're dealing with or you dealt with in the past may be so full of imbalances and hurt and anger that have absolutely nothing to do with you, that they do not choose their defense mechanisms. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to excuse them, but regardless, it's still hurtful and toxic, and it makes you feel smaller. And the thing is, who are these people? Look at this. This is a Roman emperor with a golden laurel wreath. He's just won the battle. He's at the pinnacle, at the top of the mountain of honor and dignity, and I don't know, everything you can possibly achieve as someone in his position. Snow White, we know that a gorgeous, beautiful, powerful queen was jealous of her with good reason, because she was not only even more beautiful, but she was beautiful inside and out, and that was a reason to envy that person. And she, our bride, so many people are, oh gosh, the stories I've heard, I'm not going to share them because, it's something that personal friends have told me, but this is private. But anyway, can I just say as much? Sometimes when we are so fortunate and so lucky to meet the wonderful person that loves us for who we are, and we want to marry them, and we look fantastic in our sexy, gorgeous, glamorous dress, and we are having an upright, proud posture because we are so happy and just filled to the brim with joy and with excitement and with promise for the future and all of that. And some stupid, pathetic person is just going to completely rain on our parade and is going to make us feel crappy on our happiest day. It's utterly pathetic. And you see, this gorgeous supermodel, this is not, I'm not trying to say you should look like this, please understand me correctly, but we look beautiful in a dress like this, there's no doubt about this. So there's that. There's also the fact that this person is filled with love, and that maybe they have found the right person. There's the beauty inside and out. There is the victory, the power, just beauty, power, just luck, fortune, happiness, love, everything that this person has going for herself or himself. Someone could not leave it alone, and had to poke and at their confidence and make them feel like that, like they've been poisoned from the inside, like they have to feel ashamed or bad about themselves. Look how he's having the Their head is bowed down like this. Unbelievable. And you're also the bride. What the hell is this on the day when you're supposed to feel as more alive than on any other day possibly? And the bitterness of other people and the darkness and the toxicity and the lifelessness that is in them, they're projecting onto you. Yeah, enough. So, no. Sagittarius, don't make the mistake to buy into this. Do not believe a single word. Most of it, if not all of it, is going to be projection. They are unhappy with themselves. They feel frustrated with themselves. They're envious because you've found happiness, perhaps. This is so awful. But yeah, do not make the mistake to believe any of it, because that's going to block you. You know, you are the princess with the good heart. You are the victorious emperor. You are the bride, filled with love and hope for the future. These are superpowers, and you can still use them for yourself, right? Don't listen to people. If they're claiming to be your friends, those are not your friends, Sagittarius. Let's see what can help with this even further. Okay. Haha. There is the sun that belongs to the victorious emperor. How fabulous. How fabulous, Sagittarius. Well, let's have a closer look in a moment. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, Sagittarius, I'm so happy for you. Look at this. This card is called Dream Wide Awake. Can you see that? I'm trying to hold it still. So, we have this very interesting picture of a sun with a face. And there's a lotus flower right below. This is really, really lovely. There you go. The detail in these cards is stunning. Dream Wide Awake, you know, it reminds me of how exactly did this go again? It's in the beginning of the book The 7 Pillars of Wisdom by T. Lawrence of Arabia. By the way, you should read this book. It's really monumental, and it's so interesting and of historical importance. Anyway, at the beginning of it, it goes something like, you know, he says something along the lines of, there are two kinds of people: those who dreams with their eyes closed and those who dream with their eyes open. And I am one of those, or I was one of those who dreamt with their eyes open, and those are the ones that are dangerous. Okay, what does this mean? Forget about this particular person, perhaps, but to dream wide awake, why is this dangerous? It is dangerous to those who cannot deal with people who have the power and the inspiration and creativity to turn their dreams into reality. And this is what dreaming wide awake is. You see your vision of your happy life, of, you know, being fulfilled, of fulfilling your potential as a person, of your talents, all of this. You can see this clearly with open eyes in broad daylight. And all of a sudden you realize all of a sudden who you are. And this is what's frightening people, or certain people. This is frightening to some people. This needs to be a water of a duck's back situation, Sagittarius. Do not listen to them, but do exactly that. Dream wide awake, believe in your vision, in your dreams, and believe that you can achieve it. The victory is already yours. The battle is already done. You know, you're already wearing the golden laurel wreath. There's nothing to... You don't even have to... I don't want to say you don't have to fight for it anymore, you know, but it's really so much more at your disposal than you may be aware of. And your talent and your capability to know what you want in life and go for it and achieve it and do it, it's terrifying the living daylight out of some people. The living daylight, by the way. Interesting. The next card. There's a lady here, I think she reminds me a little bit of Frida Kahlo, which is interesting. The card is called Decide for Yourself. Decide for yourself. There's a white bunny there, a few white daisies, which is a symbol for innocence and purity. And there she is. She's wearing a huge, beautiful crown that is made of feathers or leaves. And she looks almost like a flower herself with red petals in this dress. And there are red flowers on either side of the card. So there's passion in this card. There is an awareness of your inner passion and your outer beauty. And there's a confidence in this posture of this woman. She knows she can decide for herself. You know, she does not need to take and accept the poison, the verbal poison or the emotional poison or whatever that other people try to give her. She can decide for herself and say, no, I will keep my innocence, thank you very much. I'm not going to be poisoned. I'm not going to accept this. It's very strange. It's almost as if Snow White, the princess, is, by deciding for herself, is turning herself into the queen. Interesting. And the last card, Sagittarius. Take the opportunity. And there is another sun. Look at this. The opportunity for more clairvoyance, for seeing even more clearly what you want, what is good for you. Take the opportunity to act, to do all of this, to decide for yourself. Take the opportunity to dream wide awake, to be the victor, to live. Take the opportunity to live with a pure and innocent heart, no matter what had happened to you in the past or is still happening to you in the present. You can be strong and remain pure at heart. And these cards that now lay directly next to each other. Take the opportunity. Sagittarius, if you have found the right person that is good for you, take heart and take the opportunity. If you feel they make you happy, if you can be yourself in their presence, if you do not need to dim your light, your life light, to the point of appearing almost dead in the presence of this person, if they make you feel alive and radiant and warm from the inside, like the sun, take the opportunity and give it a shot. And Sagittarius, if you're single right now, and if there's no such person, it just wants to tell you in general, take the opportunity. If there is an opportunity to do something exciting, something new, something that makes you not act in an overly cautious way, so that you're all rigid and still, it's time to come back to life and live and act accordingly. So this is also about going outside in the world and reconnecting with the world and doing things. And going out for a bit of an adventure maybe. Sagittarius, a powerful constellation. I don't know what else to say. This is remarkable. You clearly have intimidated the hell out of someone. And now it's time for you to have fun with your beautiful gifts. Build your confidence even stronger. Some of you may have quite strong confidence already. Good for you. And don't listen to the nonsense. It comes from the wrong place. Okay? Sagittarius, thank you so much for spending this time with me. It was an absolute pleasure. What a wonderful reading. I'm not saying this to praise myself. I just love the constellation, and I love that this means for so many of you that, you know, there's powerful stuff going on for many of you, and just for many of you it just needs the realization of, oh my God, I am all this already, and hell yes, am I going to move forward, and you know, grab the opportunity of life, make my own decision, and grab the opportunity of life and all it has to offer by by the horns and just go for it and do something exciting and big with my life. Beautiful. Sagittarius, take good care of yourself. Have a wonderful springtime. I wish you way more sunny days than rainy ones, and be happy and well if possible. And I see you again very soon. And goodbye for now.